behind the scenes on that little issue there. But I want to touch a little bit more on who Nando is. Shout out to his wife. She's been really fighting hard as she should be to try to
Mhm.
get him out and bring awareness. Hopefully, I could get her to the show and she could share her experience and her story with everything she's going through right now. But
Mhm.
just I want to touch about Nando and who he is and what he's done to represent the struggle, the youth, the
Nando,
more
you
education than
know,
I am.
yeah, Nando is a graffiti artist. He, does also performances,
Mhm.
resistance performances. He also has rapped in some songs. There's a song that he rapped with Michael Sorbo also. He's been in several other projects before participating with Fuego. He also participated in with another group that was this called the La Juventud. I have to look it up, but he's participated in several different art resistance projects. He was even involved in trying to we were even trying to get art to Europe. And things like that. He also, was also doing reporting on different issues like the garbage issue, the people who dedicate their lives now to sift through garbage, and he was documenting that.
Yeah.
He did a couple of reporting also for some of the Cuban media outlets. Um, and he also, had done a couple of humanitarian aid projects, being able to distribute, donations to people in his neighborhood and people who are needy and visiting political prisoners and just supporting each other.
You know, one of the things I could say about living in America, and this is one of the things that's been really like, that things that irk me and kind of grinds my gear, is that when people see what's going on with this administration, which is neither here or there, you hear people saying like, oh my God, I feel like I'm living in a dictatorship. This feels like a dictatorship. Like, you have no say. And there's like, as a person who has family that left what a dictatorship looks like, you have to like look back in the background, like, look, this is what being proud of being American looks like. Like you see, at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, at the take deck, what we're doing, we actually have the luxury to talk about political things, and nothing is stopping me. I could do a show right now, and I don't have to worry about like the CIA knocking on my door saying I'm disrespecting either Trump or Biden or whoever's in office or whatever the case may be. This young brother, all he did was draw. He just did a drawing or probably made a song speaking about
They
differential.
confiscated a flag when they went to kidnap him. They confiscated his flag and artwork, and they have that in the prison. Which it's like, how is that illegal? How is having your flag illegal? You know.
Yeah, so he did something minor that we out there killing, that we will kill for. You know what I'm saying? And he's in jail for it. Like just yesterday, there was a skit on Saturday Night Live. They made a joke about Trump. I'm like, let do that in Cuban and see what happens to you. Do a joke about Fidel Castro or Raul or Miguel. I'm just mocking on whatever they do and see what kind of thing will happen to you. That's why I have to giggle at
And you know
what
what? I
people.
think that because the term is used so loosely, and I also think that that's part of like propaganda, right? Where when certain political sides take a word and start using it out of context, and people start associating that word, right? Because the severity of saying that you live in a dictatorship, you might not like this administration or that administration, but we certainly do not live in a dictatorship. you know it's very easy to go down that path, but I think that because people use that word so loosely, they have become a little bit desensitized to countries that actually do live in dictatorships.
Yeah. So that's the part that really grinds my gear. And even